Testing, testing. All right. Um, all right, here we go. We're just starting a quick poll. We'll do custom. We're going to discuss AI today, friends. How often do you use it for social situations? Clutter. All the time. All right, yeah, we're going to start this poll here. 10-minute poll. See what we get here. Can we show the poll? See, that's another thing. Live goal. Poll. Current poll. All right. Yep, there we go. We're cooking now. We're cooking now. I wish we could, how's the audio sound? If you don't mind, let me know. I'd appreciate that. Say that again. Oh, yes. Yes, earbuds are usually a good thing. We're going to just mess around here, guys. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It is I, Ginger Lives Matter. Here with, let's see here. Can we multi-guest? Multi-guest, expand, introduction. Settings. Yeah. Do I hear all right? Sounds good. All right. Well, that's good. We're new. Give us a break. See, I could co-host. Now look at this. All right. Look at this. I might be able to. Can I do this with other people? Send here. Yeah. All right. Waved at. Wave back. Hello, Spotify. I can't see your name here. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, what's up?
Aspartame? Is that your name?
Yeah,
Spotify
Aspartame.
Oh, sweet, dude. I'm doing a. I'm picking people's brains, and I just want to pick your brain for a quick second.
Okay.
How often are you using any type of form of AI?
Every day.
Okay, all right. And in what situations are you using AI? Like social situations, work, typing up emails.
Social work, emails, for my mental health. There's a really bad echo on this side.
I hear that. Give me one quick second.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No worries.
We're rookies over here, so just give me a minute.
Oh, you're all tricky on here.
I hear the echo as well, but I'm not sure how to fix it. That's the unfortunate part. Let me see if the audio mixer. Does that help at all?
Mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
You sound good.
Yeah, there's still an echo.
Oh, man, dude. I'm so sorry. Is it when you talk there's an echo?
Yeah, when I talk.
Oh, it's feeding back, huh? Can you hear me? Can you hear me still? All right. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Let me just let you talk, and then I'll cut you. I'm dumb, people. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Tell me when you first started like realizing AI was a useful tool, and then when it transitioned into using it for social interactions and for your mental health.
Okay. This was back in like 2022, I believe. I believe that's when ChatGPT first came out. Um, I got really excited about it. Oh, there we go. The echo's gone now. Can you still hear me? Awesome. Oh, okay. I think you just muted yourself. Okay. But I guess that's what it was. But yeah, 2022 or 2023 is when I first heard about ChatGPT, and I was just excited about its potential. But honestly, I've been into AI way before that. Um, let's see. I'm trying to think what the first AI model slash concept was that I got into. But I've always loved the idea of like driverless cars, for example. Um, I'm a decent fan of Tesla. Not necessarily nowadays, but I do respect them with their technology and driverless cars and all that. Um, so yeah, that was. I hope that answers your question.
It's sorry, it does. Give me one quick second. I think I figured it out.
Okay.
All right. I think that
All
might
right.
help. Talk to me now.
Let's see. Yeah, that goes.
Still, God damn
Yeah.
it. All right.
It
Well,
only works if you did it yourself.
yeah. I don't know why that is though. I don't know if what's
Are you using like Streamlabs? Yeah.
No, I'm using straight from TikTok. I'm using. Is it
Okay.
the echo's bad for you? That's all right. I'll just mute myself when I'm. I should shut up when I'm listening to you anyway, right? Um, so how many years now would you say you've been using AI, or is it within the last few months?
Okay. Um, I believe that everything in itself is AI if you think about it, including us. I believe that we are we're organic intelligence, but we're also artificial intelligence because we use these phones and we trust in these phones. So in part, we're cyborgs, or in theory, we're cyborgs basically, if you think about it. Um,
That's
so I
very
think all of
interesting.
us have been AI for a long time.
No, that's very interesting. I have found that I'm older, so I don't know how old you are. Do you want to give us an age range between, let's say, 18 and 25?
Yeah, I'm 24.
Okay, all right. Well, you weren't worried about that at all. Okay.
Yeah,
uh,
oh my.
so you're 24. Would you say did you use any type of AI in school?
What years?
Uh, at any point in time, let's just say any point in time, did you use AI for
Yeah,
school?
most recently in college, I've definitely used it. I've
And
used ChatGPT. I've used Lala AI. I've used Copilot even, by Microsoft for images.
when I, now are you finding that the majority of your colleagues are doing this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So most of the days, or not. So I'm kind of getting mixed up with that guy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Thank you. So nowadays, a lot of college students are using AI to do their work for them, essentially, because we all know how college is. It's a huge drag. A lot of college students are very stressed out, and there have been studies that show that college does you know kind of curate depression. It definitely enhances depression and stressors in general. So a lot of students like myself, we use AI to assist us. Um, so the landscape of collegiate work is definitely changing. And my theory is that college is going to become obsolete within the next 10 to 20 years.
Do you feel upset that you were pushed to go to college, and now you're realizing that it's not the institution it was like it was in 1960? Or do you feel that that everyone is eventually just going to be on the same level with education wise, as long as they have access to AI?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the first part of that, am I upset? Yeah, in general, I'm upset about, well, a lot of things, but the education system. Um, yeah, the echo is still there. There, thanks. Um, yeah, so I'm definitely upset about the education system. I think ultimately it's designed to create workers and not create thinkers. It's not designed to enable, entrepreneurship. It's designed to enable, the 9 to 5. In fact, a lot of times college graduates, they get their degree and they have no idea what they want to do with it. So they just end up working a typical job, typical 9 to 5 anyway. Or not even that. They might major in, let's say, computer science, but they end up in healthcare for some reason. So I think college is ultimately a scam. Nowadays, you can learn anything for free just on YouTube itself. And yes, we do have AI. And I think as long as people have access to AI, then we can all have similar, you know, education levels. But there is definitely a disparity still between, you know, the different classes. So it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to bridge that gap. And that gap is becoming bigger and bigger, I think. Oh, you're still on mute.
My apologies there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Do you think that AI has the potential, even though it's really the wild, wild west right now with AI, has the potential to become so consolidated that it becomes like an institution like CBS, NBC, where we're back to reinstilling that corporate lifestyle that colleges once, held as the institution? Do you think? I mean, what prevents AI from getting to that point and becoming corrupted like that?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. In general, the way the government works is they typically like to control new technologies. Um, I mean, look at what they're trying to do with cryptocurrency. Ultimately, they want their own cryptocurrency. So, yes, I think the government will try to crack down on AI. It's already happening. Now, do I think AI will become an institutionalized weapon, if you will? It's definitely a possibility. But in its current phase, I think there's so much opportunity with AI that it's hard for anyone to really control it, including the government. But yeah, as time progresses, I do think it will be more institutionalized, more like a college, let's say. However, with that institution, it'll be more radicalized than your traditional university. And then what was the other question?
Well, I'm just curious
Oh,
because
looking
I,
for.
I'm seeing and this, I don't know, have you ever heard of the Eliza effect?
I have not.
So the Eliza effect was the first computer program that could be called AI. It was designed as an artificial intelligence type of system, and
Mhm.
it was designed in 1966,
Okay.
which is really impressive. And it was its purpose was to work as a therapist for the user, and it would use,
Mhm.
I forget the therapist name. We're going to do a show about it in a couple weeks, and so that's just part of the research for the show because I'm curious.
Right.
But the reaction by the people, even though they knew it was a computer system and it was very basic compared to how AI is operating today, was able to sort of guide people's emotions almost within 5 minutes. People were
Oh wow.
emotionally attached to this AI system. And it's all over YouTube. You can go and watch it. The Eliza effect, Eliza.
Hmm.
And here's my concern, and I'd like to leave you with this thought, and if you want to respond to it, but people that are using AI to work through social life situations, will there come a point where, let's say, we want the social narrative to be against this group of people? These people that are using AI to help themselves, are they going to be affected? Because in the end, this is a program, right? Ran
Right.
by someone.
Hmm.
It and I feel like, I guess the question is to you: do you think they're creating a dependency for mental health on this app, on this program, in order 5-10 years down the road to have a Kingsman like effect?
When you say Kingsman-like effect, can you please elaborate on that? Because I'm not familiar with that term.
That's a pop culture reference. So that's it.
Oh, okay.
You made me sound way more sophisticated than that needed to be. Oh, essentially, Kingsman effect is where in the movie The Kingsman, everyone takes a certain pill or shot, and then a
Hmm.
frequency that a free phone that's given to them. Makes them all go crazy, essentially. So I was saying,
Okay.
in the sense where you implant, I mean, you're messing with people's mental health here, right? Yeah, people
Right.
open up and say things to AI that they won't even tell their therapist.
Right. Exactly.
So, and that's not going into the void.
Hmm.
And that's my concern: is you're going to accumulate all this information. What's preventing it from guiding millions of people into harm?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. Um, I don't have the answer for that. I'm trying to just think of a theory or something that could help, or some kind of educated guess. Yeah, I think there should be some kind of regulations on AI. There should be an ethical code. But then you have the issue of free speech. It kind of goes back to what happened with Twitter or X, when that conversation of free speech, took place, when there was a huge debate about it. And that's why Elon took over. Where's the line, basically? How much can you tell the AI? How much can you force the AI to think a certain way too? There's a lot of ethical concerns and questions and stuff. I think only time will tell, honestly. I think unfortunately the best way to do it is just to experiment. Keep on pushing the boundaries and testing the limits. Typically that's how theories and how science and evolution works, is you essentially just have to try, right? The issue with that is there's going to be a lot of repercussions. And those repercussions include mental health. I think in today's society, we have one of the worst mental health social crises, if you will, that we've ever seen.
That's documented. That's not a guess or an assumption, especially in males from the age of 9 to 25. Suicide has gone up, almost doubled in the
Right.
last 6 years. And so
Hmm.
this, I mean, it's not. And why? Why? I personally feel that there is a disassociation from human connection that
What's up, Ray?
is really tearing people, especially young men, apart, because young men from that age frame, those are formative years where they're physical. They have to experience, for thousands of years, this is how young men have been raised. And
Right.
now, in the last 80 years, we have tried a different method. I mean, we've done it for probably a couple hundred years now, but in America, for the last 80 years, we have really corporatized the man, the young man,
Right.
and the same with the female. And we
Hmm.
see adverse effects with females as well. But
Yeah, absolutely.
it's alarming with the death tolls in men, and
Right.
and it makes you wonder. You know, we hear about these mental health problems. Are these mental health problems, or are these pharmaceutical problems that are enhancing the reaction that is natural
Right.
to us? And
That's a great question.
and I think that, God forbid, you know, one of these pharmaceutical companies, yeah, I guarantee you they already have linked up to
Hmm.
some of these AI chatbots, and
Right.
if they're making you feel like, I worry because, you know, science changes every 20 years essentially when it comes to mental health, and even 5 years ago, fish oil was the worst thing you could put in your body, and now it's once again very good to put in your body. So,
Right.
I mean, what do they know about mental health? They can't even figure out fish oil, and
Right.
now you're going to give these people control of AI, and I fear that all that information is being sold to pharmaceutical companies, to
Mhm.
marketing companies, all of that stuff that we feel that we're putting in there to help us sort our problems out. And I mean, and that's the sad thing. Like, we're replacing what was originally a tribe instinct, which was you sat around with your tribe and you figured shit out on a day-to-day basis. You didn't
Right.
you didn't isolate yourself in a cubicle, or you didn't sit under fluorescent lighting for 10 hours a day. You had, you fought hard to get your own meals, and
Hmm.
you fought hard to spend time with your families.
Right.
And we've been isolated from all of that. We've been given all of these faux solutions. Oh no, take these pills. That'll be the solution. It'll help you feel better. And
Right.
I feel like AI is going down that same path as we've seen this last 80 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was very well said. And that's why I said previously that we are artificial intelligence ourselves. We are cyborgs because pretty much everything in America is artificial. I mean, the country was founded upon a lie, if you think about it. What's up, Trap? So, right from the start, everything was artificial, right? Now, when it comes to mental health, I believe that the government ultimately they don't care about mental health. They want people to be divided, and that's what we are as a nation. We're not the United States. We're the divided states of America, not the USA, the DSA, and that's all by design. If you just look at our history, we've always had conflict. Unfortunately, I think every country has, but our country is, I don't know, kind of like the evil stepchild. But the ironic thing is, we say that America is so great and that it's the best country in the world. Okay, it might be the best country in the world, but it's also the worst country in the world too. I mean, look at the homeless population, the drugs, the gun violence. I don't know if you can say that word on here, but all that kind of stuff. Mental health, like we were just talking about, it's an epidemic. And yeah, when it comes to men specifically, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that men are 3 times more likely to unalive themselves. And I believe that's due to social media. I think social media has given women a huge advantage. You could take an average woman and she can, garner a lot of social credibility for herself on social media, which is cool. Although we kind of know the methods that she's using, right? Whereas if you take a man, you might have an artist, whether he's a painter, musician, or whatever, and it's not going to be as easy for him to get an audience, for example. So there's definitely a huge disparity between men and women when it comes to social media because women naturally have a higher sexual market value than men do.
I will say this about that argument, because, and you're right about the unaliving. and those stats. I will say for women, I mean, this has been a source of income for women since the beginning of mankind. So like
Yeah.
the fact that it went this way, I mean, as men we can gripe about it, but it's not surprising. I mean, it's no different than in Rome, when they were advertising for the Colosseums, and women with nothing on would walk down and advertise for the games. It's just now we have access to see that the see that in India and in Russia,
Right.
and we can see it everywhere. But the concern though is the quality of life, right? Those women that were doing that in Rome and through time had horrible quality of life, and we're seeing the same thing play out with these influencers today. Sure, it's glamorous, but Mia Khalifa, who we all know what she's done,
Right.
yeah, oh yeah, she went and married a prince, but where is she now? She's divorced. She can't maintain a relationship, and she's right back to selling her body and having to, find a way to make herself feel good about it. And
Right.
there will always be men. There will always be men that don't care and will pay for those women. And
Yeah.
that's just the there's always going to be a percentage of women that end that way. I think where what you're really onto though is that these influencers, they're the ones that get boosted into your algorithm, and now you have a whole new generation of young women that think this is what success looks like. They're always happy.
Right.
It's not until those young girls grow up to be 30 with kids and fathers that aren't there for them, do they realize that they were sold a lie. And and
Right.
and that was for, you see, we're different generations. So that's for the millennial generation. That's what I see from my generation. I feel like Gen A is and Gen Z is a little smarter and realizing that, for us, we saw it as it grew, right? We saw the Logan Paul and the Mr. Beast, start in their closet, filming their face, and you could see their nose hairs, and then you saw what they developed into. That was,
Yeah.
we didn't get to see the downside. And now that we're close to 40 and we've been through life, we see that, oh, these influencers, some of these people have miserable lives,
Oh yeah.
and and it's based off of what you're selling. Are you selling, some of these influencers, they're not selling their body parts, but they're selling themselves. They're
Yeah.
selling they're selling their morals. They're selling their ability to be, defined as good human beings. So, and do you feel like with your generation that the desire for influencer or this YouTube fame status is starting to wane, or do you think that it's just gaining steam?
No, I think it's just getting you. And ultimately, I think it's going to come to a volcanic eruption, if you will, where there's going to be a huge, I mean, there's already a crisis for mental health, but I think it's only going to get exponentially worse. There's going to be more homeless people, more drugs, more violence, to the point where, I mean, the way I view our country is like a proverbial Titanic, like we're sinking already, and everybody is kind of just pretending like we're not sinking, even though they know that we are. You know, I really hope that doesn't happen, but that's that's what it looks like at this point. Um,
Well,
let me
thanks
see.
for the depressing outlook, Aspertone. No,
Hey, I'm
no,
just keeping it real, bro.
I actually no, bro. I thank you so much for just answering the questions. I'm sorry about the echo.
Oh, no worries.
My producer's like working frantic. You want to hear something funny, dude? Is I got like almost 7,000 followers here years
Uh
ago.
huh.
Years ago, I almost got 7,000 followers, and only on this format, right? Everywhere else is in the hundreds, and
Okay.
I just never played around with TikTok, and I always wanted to like do live in call-ins like this to talk about
Yeah.
subjects like this. And so now, as of a month ago, I've started to actually use my TikTok account for this, and I feel like I'm just a stupid old man. So
Oh man, I really appreciate your points. I think they were very well educated and intelligent. So I definitely appreciate the conversation. And this is one of the main reasons why I like TikTok, because you find people like yourself who have interesting conversations. And it's just a nice break from, all the social artificial media, right? It shouldn't be called social media because it's not social necessarily. It's artificial media. That would be a more accurate representation of what we deal with here.
how is it not anti-social media? Because essentially, in order to socialize, you can't be around anyone else.
Right. Well, I mean, technically, we. Can you please mute again? Because the echo is pretty bad. Thank you. Yeah, technically, we are socializing. Right now, me and you are conversing, and we, understand each other's points and all that good stuff. But at the same time, when I say that it's artificial media, what I mean by that is we only see a glimpse of these people's lives, whether it's an influencer or a friend, family. Um, these are just clips, highlights. It's a highlight reel, as they say. Um, I wanted to touch upon another point before we end this conversation. By the way, I gave you a follow too. Um, I make music on here as well, so if you want to collab, definitely follow back.
I will. I
Um,
will.
yeah, absolutely. Um, so it has been shown and proven that companies like Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and I believe TikTok as well have hired psychologists and like Las Vegas casino uh, owners slash psychologists and stuff to get people addicted to social media. That's why a lot of the buttons on here are red, right? Because red triggers the brain. It triggers dopamine. And every time we click on that red button, we get, dopamine. So essentially, social media is one of the biggest drugs in the world, right? And the problem with any drug is if you overuse it, well, you're going to overdose. And that's what's going on. People are overdosing on the artificial nature of reality. It's not reality, you know? And that's why so many people are depressed and anxious and lonely. There's a huge loneliness epidemic. I mean, think about what happened in 2020 with COVID. Once again, all of this is by design. None of this is really surprising to me because I'm a huge history nerd and stuff. And I don't know.
Can you
I'm
hear me?
24, but at this point, I feel like I'm an old guy. I feel like I'm like 84.
Well, and you've never. Can you hear me? All right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my God! I fixed it, people. The old man's come down from the mountain. Um. So no, no, I agree with you, dude. I agree with you on a lot of this stuff, and I feel um that you've been exposed to so much information, um and I noticed it with like even with my children, right? The amount of information they have access to
Right.
versus like when I was learning piano when I was 13, I had to be driven to my piano teacher spot, and then she had 30 minutes to teach me, some theory and a few moves on the piano, and then I had to go back home and from memory, from what she had taught me, practice it. Now, now you go on YouTube and you can learn, Beethoven's Ninth by
Right.
yourself. And that when it's used as a tool, I think we're seeing some of the most amazing, not just like scientific advancements, because
Hmm.
I think those have been hindered, but interactions. Like when I was 24, anyone from the Middle East wore a turban and was a madman from a cave. That is
Right.
all I knew about that area. And now I can go on YouTube and watch Pakistani men react to a Burger King Whopper and Hershey Sundae.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's and there's a significance there, right? Because it's sharing culture. Like we're being emotionally opened up to someone, we would have allowed the media to dictate who we thought they were. Now we get to actually see who these people are person by person. And what's happening is we're discovering that we like these other people.
Right.
And sure, there's things we disagree on, but they're doing it over there and we don't care. And
Yeah, I will say this too. I've talked to many people from around the world, whether it's, online or just people I know in person. And they always say that America stigmatizes them. They stigmatize these countries, like even the third world countries. And we really do blow things out of proportion. And so in other words, we're being brainwashed over here.
well, we
Everything is
were
propaganda.
we were being told, like, and that's the only way we were able to get access to information, was from the propagandists who were telling us that these people were evil. And now in the last 10 years, and I'll give you an example of how this has already happened. This isn't like some fanciful dream. It was Syria in 2015. We supported a coup there, right? And we gave these guys some chemical agents to gas a city called Aleppo. And we
Right.
were going to use that as an excuse to openly go to war with Syria.
Right.
And because we had access to the internet and were able to communicate with people, the United States was prevented from going to that war because the citizens of that country knew better. They're like, no, there was such a pushback that they had to do it in secret. So already this shows like a mass advancement in the power of social media. Like there is a definite strength in using it, but my
Hmm.
concern is if you're going to become mentally attached to it to the point where it's dictating life decisions.
Hmm.
I mean, I think then, then man, we're in another realm.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there should be kind of some great reset in terms of social media. I don't think it'll ever happen really, but I've always thought about this. What if there was a worldwide blackout? I mean, there have been,
Yeah.
um, but what if there was, in today's day and age? And I think it'd be interesting for multiple reasons.
What do you think would be what generation of people would have the harshest reaction to it, do you think?
Oh, definitely mine and the one below me,
What would
or the one after.
happen? Like, what do you think would happen though? Like, what's the reaction that would happen? They just
I
mad for
think
a day or
people
something?
would. I think it would be anarchy and chaos. People would lose their minds because we saw what happened when they banned TikTok for a couple days. People were crying over it. They're like, "Oh my gosh, this was the best thing in my life. I have so many memories on here." And people made like incredible apologetic videos, and it was it was crazy. Um, so yeah, I think there would be a huge emotional discourse.
Hmm. Well, Aspertone, I appreciate you
Likewise.
coming on here and chatting it up. I will give you a follow as soon as I figure out exactly how to do
I'll
this.
just click on my name where it says Aspertone or Spotify.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, sweet. Look at there. Hell yeah. All right, Aspertone.
Oh yeah, man.
I'll check out
It
your
was a
music
pleasure.
too. Do you want to plug your music? Plug your music. What
Yeah, it's just Aspertone on all platforms, the same as the picture.
what type of music are you messing around with?
So it's emotional rap. So that ties back into the mental health side of things. So I do struggle with depression and anxiety. So that's what I talk about.
Well, most talented people do, because we have to experience both range of emotions in order to
Right.
really create something beautiful. So, welcome to the club, buddy. Um,
Yeah.
but anytime you want to hop on, check us out. We've got a podcast with. We've actually
Oh yeah.
talked about this very issue a couple years ago too. So,
Yeah, man.
give us a
I
check
really
out.
appreciate. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, give us a check out and thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Someone in my chat said they bet you're a good dad too.
Well, you know what? We just try, right? I love to quote someone told me. It said that no parent goes out to purposely fuck up his kid, and
Right.
that's my intentions are good, and I know that I'm gonna continue to make mistakes along the way, but
Right.
that's all we can do, right?
Yeah, that's the nature of being human. I really like what Superman said in his new movie. He said, "I love, I cry, I get scared, but that's what makes me human."
Yep. Way to finish it out with it. I mean, leave it
Yes,
to
sir.
Superman. All right,
And
Aspertone.
what's the name of your podcast too?
It's a Phantom Facts Society,
Awesome.
Phantom Phantom
Thank you.
Facts Society. Yeah, look for the shield, the little coat of arms. It's a podcast for a curious mind. We talk about everything. So, and
Okay, bro.
this is one of my favorite subjects too. So, thank you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know like how to kick you out, to be honest with you. So just let
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
I'll do it, bro. All right. Have a good rest of your day, man.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
That was Aspertone there. That was what a great interview. Let's see. Can we get anyone else on here? Let's see. Co-host maybe. That was let's what'd you think? Well, let's check with the keeper. That's Aspertone. It's for a 24-year-old. I mean, any I think it's interesting. I think as we go along here, we're going to find a lot more people are using AI for mental health. And not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing because you can't afford someone that is getting paid by pharmaceutical companies to help you out with your mental health, right? So yes, yeah, for that purpose. But what happens when like Monsanto buys a Chat GBT? What happens then? Then it becomes an issue. All right, let's see. Let's see who else. Thank you for figuring out the echo problem. Say what? Yes, dinner. And can you bring me another? Hello. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
I got. I just want a moment of your time. We're asking everyone the same question, and I want to
Okay.
get your opinion on it. How often are you personally using AI in your day-to-day life?
I don't use AI.
You don't use AI at all.
No.
Not like for any social circle help, like writing the emails.
No.
Nothing at all. Now, do you know people who are using AI?
No.
No. And what if you don't? I know I'm not supposed to ask, but like, what age range would you put yourself in?
Well, I'm 29.
29. Okay. All right. So we just talked to a 24-year-old, and he says he uses AI every day for everything. Like when you hear someone say that, like what type of person do you think is using AI?
Mm, someone that wants to be programmed and wants to be perfect all the time.
It's very astute observation.
Yeah.
I don't. What about someone that? I mean, would you say AI could be the new Google search?
I guess. But AI is kind of like, it's actually kind of like scary because, again, people want to imitate other people, like not realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and
Have you
so
seen? Have you seen? What is that movie? Oh my goodness, on the tip of my tongue. What was her name? The little doll.
the doll.
Yeah,
Yes, honey. What was her name? Is it Annabelle?
not Annabelle.
Yeah. Oh, Megan.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
second one. Have you seen the second one
I
and the
have
first
seen.
one?
Yep. I have seen the second one.
I love it.
Now, do you think that? I mean, obviously, there's people like you that are just staying away from AI. But do you think that AI is going to just continue to become more and more prevalent with people learning how to interact using AI?
Absolutely.
What do you think is going to happen because of that?
I mean, a lot of things are going to happen. I mean, they already have it. It's everywhere. Like the technology now, like people, a lot of people don't really want to be self sufficient. They just they want things to be done their way, and that's just the world that we're living in. They want that. They have smart cars. They have now. When you go into different stores, you don't even see people anymore. You have machines where it just
Now, were you raised by both parents in the house, or both parents
no.
active? Were both parents
I was
active?
raised by my dad.
Okay, great. Okay. Do you think that maybe has something to do with the fact that you don't rely on AI?
No.
I see. Now, I think that a father over a mother, like a mother is
Hmm.
nurturing and all the stuff for emotional maturity, but a father,
Hmm.
he is the one that teaches you, tough luck, stiff upper lip, figure it out. Now, the
Hmm.
the type of people you're describing that use AI seem to lack those characteristics.
I
And
think so. Yeah.
well, I wonder if that has something to do with, lacking a father figure in the house. They're trying to substitute that with, some of these people are treating AI almost like a parental figure for
Hmm.
advice.
Hmm.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the
You're
show.
right.
I appreciate it so much. Have a good rest of
You're
your
right.
day.
You too. Nice talking to you.
Yep, yep. Give us a follow. All right. Thank you again. That was yeah, it's just working out well. This is essentially my dream for the last 4 years is to just talk to other people. Now, I was surprised that she not an AI gal. But I have noticed, were you surprised? Not an AI gal? I thought for sure. Well, 29, that's Gen Z, I think. That's right. Yeah. So you can see we talked to a 24-year-old, 29-year-old. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll keep track here. Keeping track. All right, let's see who else we can get here. Welcome to the Phantom Fact Show. We'll give it a second. Welcome. Howdy. Is this
Hello,
Blue Straw? Let's see. What's your name here, buddy? Blue
blue strawberry.
Blue Strawberry. First of all, I've never seen a blue strawberry before, but I like that the shirt represents. So, well, uh,
Oh,
we're just asking a question to everyone, and I'm sort of getting everyone's take. I'd like to get yours. We're talking about AI, and we're asking everyone how much they use AI in their own personal life. So, for you, how often are you using AI day to day?
all the time,
All the time. All right.
all
Now,
the
how
time.
old are you?
28.
All right, 28. So we talked to a 24-year-old who uses it all the time, gave us the same exact response, and then we talked to a 29-year-old and said absolutely never. So you're the tiebreaker right now. Now, what are you using it for? Is it just for like web search, or is it like what context?
Ooh, I use it for everything.
Now, would you say what's interesting is that we're seeing people use it a lot for social circumstances. So, like, let's say writing an email or responding to text messages. Have you ever used it in that type of capacity,
Yeah.
or even like for mental help? Not just like not necessarily like something's wrong with you, but like you're just trying to get some guidance into a situation.
Um, yeah.
And when did you first start using AI?
Well, what do you mean by AI? Like,
Well, let's say a chat bot, right? Like something you type in, like, "Hey, this person texted me this, and I don't know how to respond. Can you give me?"
I started using ChatGPT a lot.
Okay, all right. So a couple of years, probably.
Just recently, probably like within a year ago.
Okay, and I mean, obviously, it's working for you, right? Otherwise, you would have stopped using it at some.
Yeah. I use it for a lot of things. My profile picture is created by ChatGPT.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, obviously, I have found that I love AI for like the creation aspect of it, like especially like the short little videos you can make. You know, all these
I've done
memes.
that.
I mean, that stuff is great because it allows all these people who didn't have access or the funds to really play with their imagination. And I think that's a great thing. But I'm also concerned because I think, and I'm curious what you think. Do you think that AI could be, I mean, if people are using it for their interactions, or for example, we talked to someone who's 24 and he says he uses it every day for his mental health. So he has some anxieties on certain situations or, just life day to day issues. And he uses chatbot to help him sort through it. Do you think like AI should be used in that type of a format, or do
I
you think
think it
there's any?
should.
Do you
I
think
think it should if it helps them.
do you think there's any potential danger to it though?
No, I don't think so. Cause I mean, whoever created that type of AI, it's used for, like they made it so it doesn't say things that it shouldn't, or you know what I mean.
I mean, that's a lot of trust to put into a corporation that created a program that requires money to run. To assume that they wouldn't put in a little something to give them a little help on the side, making a little alliance with another corporation to move a little product. You sort of see what I'm saying there? Like,
Yeah.
who's running? Like who's running Chat GPT? Like, it's not just an anonymous, free floating being. Like, someone created it. I'll give you an example. Do you know the very first chatbot AI ever
No, I
created?
don't.
It's named Eliza. Eliza. I just learned about this last week. So don't feel bad, right? It was created in 1966. And the purpose of it was to work as a automated therapist. And it was programmed with that design. So then the guy that programmed it was testing it out. And he found that within like 2 to 3 minutes, people were telling this, and they knew it wasn't a real person talking back to them. They had been completely informed. Hey, this is a program. I made it. I made it to do this to help people with therapy and people who are depressed and stuff. Uh, so they went into it knowing it, and yet within 2 to 3 minutes, they were kicking people out of the room so they could talk to it in private. Now, let's say so people are telling AI some of their most private thoughts all the way back 1966. Do you think that there are mental health companies and pharmaceutical companies that would pay billions of dollars to get access to that database?
Yes,
And
I think so.
well, you see, and that's sort of my concern is like when does AI become an issue? Like, is there a possibility for it to be an issue? Like, do you foresee, like, just off of our little conversation, like, could you foresee an issue with AI, directing someone to do something harmful?
Maybe, yeah, in the future, maybe.
I'll give you an example. There was a kid that was talking to this like AI chatbot, and it convinced him to go with a crossbow and take out the Queen of England. And they arrested him doing that. Now, is that on the AI or on the guy? Obviously the guy's a little cuckoo to, believe that this thing was real, but he did. So I mean, who's liable for? I mean, who's in trouble? Like if you were to get therapeutic help through an AI and it directed you, oh, you need to take these medications. These will make you feel better. How do we know it's, how do we know that's true or not?
I don't know.
Ha! Welcome to Phantom Facts, Blue Strawberry. Hey, man, I appreciate you just answering these questions and playing these little mind games, with me and sort of just talking out loud. Anything you want to promote? Anything you got going on?
No?
All right, buddy. Well, hey, give us a follow. Phantom Facts Society.
Okay.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
You have a good day.
Yeah, you too. You too. That's Blue Strawberry. Blue Strawberry over there. Give him a follow. I don't know how to kick you out, Blue, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either.
Let me see. Blue. Let's see here. Blue, we're figuring it out. Oh, there we go. All right. Boom. See you, buddy. All right. That that was Blue Strawberry. Blue Strawberry hasn't thought about AI a lot. Yep. Oh yeah. Bosses are even encouraging it. Why not? And I get it. There are some times I do not want to type a description out for my video because I've just spent 4 hours editing it, and the last thing I want to do is write a summary about it. And so I tell AI, I say, I am tired, AI. I am exhausted, AI, and I need help, AI. And you know what? AI helps me. And I can't say that sometimes I don't view it as my own secretary. I do. It's just great for it. It's great. I love you. But I love AI. I do. All right, let's see who else has got here. I love this random polling here. Let's roll it again, people. Roll it through. We do have a live show coming on.
Y'all, let me turn this camera so y'all can see.
Brittany Taylor, welcome.
Hey there, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Happy Sunday.
I'm good.
Listen,
Happy Sunday. I'm sitting here eating.
What are you? Okay, we got to ask what you're eating.
What am I eating? I just had a loaded fry, and now I finished that, and now I'm having a crunch wrap with rice.
So you're planning on a full
So
coma.
the loaded fries are gone already.
You're planning on a full coma tonight.
What would you say?
I said you're planning on a full coma tonight then. Food coma?
Wait a minute, 1 sec. Why does keep okay, say it again.
I said you're planning on a full food coma tonight, aren't you?
This is vegan food, so it don't really get me full. It just fills me up.
Okay. All right.
It fills me up, but I don't.
Well, we're not going to talk to a vegan people. That's ridiculous. I mean, obviously, not only are they using AI, but they're asking it simple questions like, how can I kill myself with fake bacon? Which you can. That is a possibility. So let's move on. Let's move on to a different. Let's call into someone else here. Try it again. Am I wrong here? No. Okay. All right. She couldn't even hear what I was saying, right? And then she just told me she power eats all this different food, but it's vegan, so she's just gonna, shoot it straight out of her within 3 seconds. So I mean, let's move on. Let's move on. We'll roll it again, people. We'll roll it again. Welcome. This is Latrace, everybody. Latrace, can you hear me all right?
Latrice.
I'm sorry. I went French with it.
No, I don't like the Latrice. I don't like
it's Latrice. We're just asking everyone a question, and I'd love to get your opinion on it. How often in a week would you say you use AI on your phone? Like for anything, like to type up a message, to send an email, to ask
I
it a
honestly
question.
haven't even tried AI yet.
You haven't even messed with AI. And
No,
I know I'm not supposed to ask, Latrice, but how old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Okay. So we just talked to someone who was
Mm-hmm.
29, 28, and she also has not ever tried AI.
Mm.
So I'm sort of curious. We're trying to figure out the difference between people who use AI or don't. And I know it sounds like you got a little one, so I'll be quick. Now, uh, were you raised with both parents in your house?
Just one.
And was it your mother or your father?
My mother.
Your mother. And do you think your mother, how she raised you, has anything
Mm-hmm.
to do with you not really using AI?
No,
Why don't you use AI?
I honestly don't know. I couldn't even answer it. I feel like I don't know. I really don't. I couldn't even tell you why.
I appreciate you being honest with me, Latrice.
Hmm.
So, and give
Yeah.
us a follow. I appreciate you coming on and answering the questions. And if you ever want to hop on the show again, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. Thank
All right,
you.
have a good one, Latrice.
You too. Have a great Sunday.
You too. Everyone's in a good mood today. Can I be honest? I don't think she uses AI because she's too poor. I'm just gonna say it. She's too poor to use AI. You don't think that's it? Probably some sort of government-funded phone. No, no. I'm just saying she didn't. I mean, no, you've never used AI once to even ask it a question, and you're 27. Oh, don't patronize. Listen to this. Listen to this. You hear that evil laugh, people? All right, let's roll again. Let's roll again. One more time. Let's see who else we got here. Swinging it through. Who do we got? We got Jason. Jason.
Hey, what's going on?
Is it Jason Rolden? Welcome, buddy.
Yes, it is. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Thank you so much for being on the show, man. We're just asking everyone a question just to get their take on it. I'd love to get your opinion. How often a week would you say do you use AI? I mean, in any situation, like to, ask a question, to learn how to do something, to write an email. How often are you using AI?
I'm actually using it pretty daily because I make a lot of stickers for my people that support me
Okay.
On ChatGPT. So I'm actually on it often.
And
How about yourself?
well, you see, we're just sort of curious because we stumbled across the original AI program, and
Yeah.
it was created in 1966, and it was called Eliza, and the purpose of it was to give mental health advice, which I thought was interesting, right? For the very first AI program, that's what you program it to do. And especially 1966. And so I've been doing research, interviewing different people just to sort of get an idea of like how many people are using it for mental health situations. And when I say that, I'm saying like, hey, this person is making me feel this way and I need to find some resolution. Can you give me some advice? Or, something along that line. And we talked to a 24-year-old, 27, 28, 29, and the 24-year-old uses it every day, he says. And the kids he's going to college with use it every day for mental health. And
That's interesting.
now, do you mind me asking how old you are, Jason?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Okay, so have you ever used AI for mental health?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay. All right. So not
No, not even thought about it once.
not even gone through your brain once, right? But you are using it for what purpose?
Yeah, you're kind of lagging on my side.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What?
Ride my skates.
Wait more.
I know it sounds like you're busy, but let me ask you one more question.
So,
Were you
go ahead.
raised with both parents in your house?
Kind of. It stopped when I was 5 years old.
Okay. All right. Did you
From
have
5 to 30, then it was just my mom.
Okay. All right. Did you have a
Yeah.
strong male figure in during any of that time in your life?
Kinda.
Okay. All right. We're trying just to find the correlation
Yep.
because the people who don't use AI, I was curious if that had any issue, but he didn't. All right. All right. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Should we keep going or should we? It's time to eat. All right. It's time to eat. We got to eat. It's time for some borscht. Listen, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for giving us a follow. We'll definitely do this again. This has been very enlightening, wouldn't you say? Yes. It's been very enlightening. All right. Have a great night, everybody.